Hey guys, it's Nicola. So before we get started with our weekend collective reading, I just wanted to do a small announcement. For those of you that are not aware, I am offering a $20 love compatibility special. This will start February the 1st, which is tomorrow, which is the day that this reading is for, until February the 15th. The special will end February the 15th. For those of you that are interested in purchasing this special, if you want to do the compatibility, make sure you and the person that you list on the compatibility, you have both of your birthdays. I don't need time of birth. It would be, great if I had that, but I don't need the time of birth. For those of you that do not want to do the compatibility special, but you want to do just a love read, you can also do that, and that'll be the same amount, but I just need your name and your birthday to do a single love read for yourself. This special will end, like I said, on February 15th. For those of you that are interested in purchasing this special, the details will be in the description. I have a link that will take you directly to the special. For those of you that are not following the link, you just want to go to my website. It's www.intimatewisdom.net. You can go under the shop section to purchase the special, or you can go under the book online section if you would like to purchase a reading or book a reading with me. So let's get started. It's a mouthful. Y'all know it's hard for me to say a whole bunch at one time. I like to keep it together. I don't know why it is. All right, so this is for February the 1st to February the 3rd of 2020. This is for the weekend of February the 1st to February 3rd, 2020. What messages, what guidance do we have for the collective? This is for February the 1st, February the 2nd, and February the 3rd. What guidance do we have for the collective? Well, we're going to take those. So the first one to pop up is Angel of Manifestation. It says your efforts, determination, and perseverance have paid off. Okay. The next one we have is Angel of Self-Worth. It says you are currently undervaluing yourself. It's time to regain your self-worth. We have Goddess of Psychic Protection. What you believe, you create. No one can harm you. Oh, we got a lot. We have Angel of Clearing. It says your time of waiting and confusion will soon be over. And we also have Angel of Union. It says a partnership is blessed and destined for greatness. So let's see what messages we have. What messages do we have for the collective? This is for February the 1st to February the 3rd of 2020. What messages, what guidance do we have for the collective? This is for February the 1st, February the 2nd, February the 3rd of 2020. Messages, guidance for the collective. What messages, what guidance do we have for the collective? February the 1st to February the 3rd, 2020. Crown chakra, about getting the messages. What messages or guidance do we have for the collective? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I don't know why I put that. I guess because I always say it. What messages do we have for the collective? This is for February the 1st, February the 2nd, and February the 3rd of 2020. It's funny that I got that crown chakra as I was clearing out myself so that I could, basically bringing down my energy so that I can receive the messages a little bit clearer. It's funny. So we have third eye chakra here. This may be destiny that you guys really focus on what you're seeing. We're going to read what it has for third eye. Just because I've been getting those, I've been wanting to read them so that you guys get a clear understanding of what they are and what they represent. So with the third eye chakra, this represents, and I might do a video on the chakras just so write that down. All right. So we have third eye chakra. This is the I see. That's the keywords for this. This is about what you see. So some of you guys need to trust your own vision. It says this is the most often talked about of all the chakras, and clairvoyance, inner seeing, intuition, and higher levels of consciousness are all associated with this energy center. Found between your eyebrows and just above the bridge of your nose, it works closely with the throat and crown chakras, and we just saw the crown chakras, and will assist you with your psychic and intuitive inner guidance. To balance the third eye chakra, I recommend that you practice walking meditations, breath work, yoga, Tai Chi, visualizations, and color therapy. Don't just focus on this one chakra as a part of your development. And I've said this in the video I did about trusting your vision or trusting your own intuition. You don't want to focus on just one chakra. You want to make sure that all of your chakras are in alignment because that's how your chakra system is fully functioning. If you just focus on your third eye chakra and the rest of your chakras are like out of balance to shit, I mean, you're basically doing nothing. You're basically doing all that work for nothing. So you want to make sure that all of your chakras, I'm going to do a video. All right, and I'm going to do it almost as soon as I get done. All right, so we have here, it's also important to remember that they should all be in balance in order to work in unison and harmony. That's what I just said. All right, so let's see what messages we have. Sacrifice here. I feel like for some of you guys, you could be in a space of sacrificing yourself. You could be in suspension. Okay, the hangman is talking about being in suspension because you're romanticizing a past situation. Could also be in the space of having memories of the past, memories of love. Could be in the space, this is what is creating mental conflict for you. All right, so because it's the weekend, we're going to do a 15 card draw just to get a little bit more in depth. You know what I'm saying? So with the mental conflict here, I do feel like for a lot of you guys, you could be in a space of, oh, that's a hole in my thing. My cats be poking at my little thing down here, and it bothers me. I thought it was something on here, but it's a hole. There's a bunch of them. Anyway, I feel like for some of you guys, you have some mental conflict because, again, you're in suspension here. Some of you guys, this could have something to do with children, especially with the Six of Cups, or some of you guys just could feel like you're in suspension, like you're just stuck because you're dealing with something or someone of the past, and it's bringing conflict. With the Two of Swords, this does represent the need to bring peace by taking the blindfold off and seeing the conflict for what it is. Some of you guys are really in a space of not noticing or not taking accountability for the truth that you see in front of you. So with the Three of Pentacles here, this could be the truth of a partnership. Some of you guys could be cooperating with someone of the past, and this is what's creating the stalemate in your life. Even though you have an opportunity, Ace of Pentacles, for a new life, for prosperity to begin, I feel like it has to start from the base, from the root, which is you. So for a lot of you guys, you're very much in a space of, even if you're not in a space of cooperating with someone of the past, you're having mental conflict, or you're feeling conflicted about a past situation, maybe even a past like lover or something. And you could be in suspension, maybe needing to change your perspective so that you can get out of this stalemate that you're in. Okay. So we have the solar plexus chakra. The solar plexus does, and we're going to read that. I'm going to read them as I go, and then I'll clarify. So the solar plexus talks about your self-esteem. Some of you guys may be lacking self-esteem. You're lacking the ability to say, I can, okay? The solar plexus chakra is located between the navel area, just below the rib cage. It represents power, vitality, willpower, self-esteem, and confidence. This energy center where your emotions and feelings, this is the energy center where your emotions and feelings are recorded. This chakra is associated with clairsentience, which is the inner feeling. That's your gut feeling, which is a major psychic reception area. To balance the chakra, you may want to try yoga, dance, and movement, or breath work with color. In addition, be aware of people who drain your energy. Workshops and classes that focus on empowerment will help you open and harmonize this area. So for a lot of you guys, the reason why you're in this mental conflict or either in this stalemate in your life is because you're dealing with someone of the past that drains your energy. And you may be dealing with, usually when you talk about people that drain your energy, they're either narcissists or like legit energy vampires, someone that is in a space of just taking everything from you. And it may not even just be physically, it may be energetically. Even if you're not giving to a situation physically, it doesn't mean that someone isn't draining you. They can be draining you energetically. They can be draining you, especially if you're dealing with someone, you know how you deal with people who are like, have victim mentality, who kind of try to use their emotions or use like manipulation in order to get what they want. That is an energy vampire. That is someone that could be draining you, even through emotions. They could just be coming to you and expressing their, discontent with something, and you feel like you just been, like someone took the fucking ketchup bottle and squeezed all of your juice out. And I mean, that may be what you're dealing with, someone that is just draining you. Even if you're not giving, like I said, to them physically, you may not even be touching them. It's just being in their energy and them like putting all of their burdens on you and making you feel what they feel. That could be just enough to drain your energy. So some of you guys, this could be friends, this could be someone of the past, this could be even family. Some of you guys need to clear out your energy, purify yourself so that you can really be in a space of moving forward and having that confidence back, having your tank full again. So let's move on. We have transformation here. I do feel like for a lot of you guys, the way to transform this situation is understanding that you have the ability to move away from it, that you can create a new foundation for yourself. A lot of times we get caught up in our own heads and our own what's going on within our life that we kind of lose the confidence or lose our esteem to where we can understand that we can create what it is that we desire just by simple everyday magic, by applying ourselves toward what we are manifesting. And we got a video coming up on that as well. Look at that on the list. All right, so you know that y'all know I've been working on my cards, like y'all know. And if you guys, I don't know if you guys know, I did set up a PayPal for those of you that want to donate to my tarot cards and my oracle cards, because I am paying for these out of pocket. I do not have a publisher, and I don't have a lot of money. So if you guys would like to donate to my project, I'll put the link in the description. It is Tarot Wisdom. It's paypal.me/tarot wisdom, but I'll put the link in the description for those of you that would like to donate to that. So with the Four of Cups here, I feel like for some of you guys, there could have been a transformation. Some of you guys could be in conflict about something that has ended, really feeling discontent. You could also be dealing, because 10 Cups here, this could be a family situation where you're very discontent with it. You're very in a space of feeling bored, feeling burdened. Could be, you better study. Could be really off into or closed off within your heart chakra because you're dealing with a situation that has you at a stalemate or has you in suspension. So for a lot of you guys, this is about really just focusing on your ability to move away from situations, again, that drain you, people that drain you, all that good stuff. So with the Seven of Swords here, I feel like there has been some deception. Some of you guys may be dealing with someone that has been lying to you. Someone, and I'm going to be real with you, someone could have offered an olive branch to you, maybe offered a new start. I feel like for some of you guys, this could be someone that you have had some type of partnership with, cooperation with, and I feel like they're holding on to you. This is more about control. So some of you guys are dealing with someone that's holding on to you for control, really being deceptive toward you because they don't want you to be able to move forward toward your own happiness. And this can be the people that you least suspect. This could legit be people that you feel like have your best interests at heart and they don't. So for some of you guys, you could be in a space of really needing, again, to trust what you see and see something from a different perspective. Some of you guys are dealing with some deceptive people in your life that are very much in the space of wanting to keep you stuck in a box and not wanting to see you expand and grow. All right. So we have the Seven of Pentacles here. I feel like for some of you guys, you've invested into a situation. You've had a lot of patience with this, probably even a lot of patience with someone else's plans. The problem is these are not your plans. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you've been investing into a situation that was not and will not bear fruit. And this is the deception because someone is envious of you being happy. Listen, this can be like, I'm be real with you, for some of you guys, this can be your own family. This can be, your mother. This can be your husband, your wife. This can be someone that knows that you have a greater purpose and does not want you to reach that purpose because it means that you will reach it without them. So for a lot of you guys, you are dealing with someone that is trying to hold you back to keep you at a stalemate within your life, basically possibly because of past investments, possibly because they see that you have the power to create something bigger. And I'm be real with you, a lot of times when people feel like it's not with them, they will try to sabotage you because they want that for themselves. You can't allow yourself to be held back because of someone else's envy toward your success. So with the Three of Cups here, I feel like for a lot of you guys, Seven Cups, there's been a lot of confusion within the situation. I feel like for some of you guys, there could also have been a planning of something here, planning of some sort of celebration or planning of a reconciliation of some sort, some sorts. I said swords because I feel like for a lot of you guys, you need to see the truth. But I feel like with the Three of Cups, I don't know if there's some discontentment about a third party. Some of you guys, I feel like you're not seeing clearly in regards to the situation. With the Temperance here, it may be time for you to be happy. And I feel like you're in a situation that's not going to bring you happiness at the moment. So you do need to trust what you see. Six Pentacles here, you're dealing with an imbalanced situation, something that's dealing with material prosperity. Someone may see you as, I'm not even going to say a meal ticket. Someone may see you as something to keep them balanced. That's not, look, Eight of Cups, that's not good for you. You need to be in a space of really going within yourself, really identifying, is this what I want? Do I want to be someone else's stability instead of creating that stability for myself? So the outcome here, Sun, you're about to see the truth. Yesterday we had unavoidable epiphany. And I feel like that is stemming into the reading for this weekend. So for a lot of you guys, this is just whatever you realize within yourself, even if you realize it and you don't want to face it, it is unfolding in your life. And I feel like you're going to start to see clearly with the third eye chakra. You may not have been trusting the signs, the messages, but this is destiny that you see the situation unfold however it unfolds. All right. Some of y'all been trying to save people. You got to save yourself. I've been talking about this, and I don't want people to take the wrong way in saying that you don't help people that need help. You do when you're being put in the position to help them. God will send who you need to help to you. But when you have people searching or coming to you for help and for assistance, you got to put the brakes on, because that means that they have the ability to, if they have the ability to come to you for help, they have the ability to get it for themselves. Everyone has the same 24 hours in their day. So you have to be aware of that, and you have to be at a space of protecting your own energy at all costs. Like legit, sometimes you have to cut off family and be like, listen, you have the same capability that I have to get what you need. So instead of coming to me as an easy way out, why don't you do what you need to do in order to get it for yourself? So let's see what guidance we have here. And you got to look at it. Can you go to those same people for assistance, and not for little stuff? You feel me? Not for like, okay, say for instance, you helping someone pay their bills, or you helping someone, keep their life in balance. And you go to them every once in a while for $5, $10, $15, $20. That's nothing compared to what you're giving to them. You have to look at the reciprocity of a relationship or a situation. Some of you guys have been given above and beyond, and someone is maybe even nitpicking, giving you just enough to make you feel like they're helping, but they're not. So with sacrifice here, I do feel like for a lot of you guys, you've been sacrificing your own blessings, because there's a rainbow here. Some of you guys have been sacrificing your own blessings here for someone from your past. Double here. I feel like this is someone that is karmic, someone that has negative, low vibration, someone that is lying to you. Seven of Swords here. And I feel like this needs to end. Some of you guys need to change your perspective. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you have been kind of stuck in this type of situation or energy because of the fear you have of the change. Stop fearing change. Stop putting yourself in suspension in your life because you fear what will happen if you stop, or if you create an ending to something. You have to create endings. You have to create these transformations within your life. When it comes to manifestation, it's not just about putting the manifestation out and working toward it. There are some things that have to be sacrificed in order for you to create room for that manifestation or that blessing to come in. Like I tell people all the time, if you're manifesting a high-paying job, but you still sitting with this minimum wage job and you're not wanting to let it go because you fear you're not going to reach your potential, you're going to get stuck with that job. You have to sacrifice that little job in order to get something more. And it may require a stage of suffering. That's your test to see if you're going to stay committed to what you have manifested. If you want love, like true unconditional love in your life, for one, you got to love yourself first. But you cannot manifest love, a high vibration love, and you're still dealing with karmic or low vibration people in your life. You legit have to cut away things that do not fit what you're manifesting in order for you to move toward higher vibration love. And that doesn't mean that it's going to happen immediately, but that does mean that you have to stay focused on what you're manifesting. So a lot of you guys, I feel like even with the unstable thoughts, some of you guys have negative fear-based thoughts around this transformation. You're stuck in suspension. You're lying to yourself, and you're making yourself really in the space of not feeling like you don't want to just move too fast. You don't. That's a low vibration type of thought. Like, oh, well, I'm going to take my time and do it because I don't want to be without. Like, I even went through that. When I started doing my channel, I started my channel in April of 2017. I didn't apply myself to my channel until January of 2018, when I actually started to apply myself like the way I should, because I had a full-time job from April to November, and I was like living legit when I can. Now, mind you, I was putting the videos out, like I was working my ass off, but I wasn't fully applying myself to my purpose. Sorry, y'all. I wasn't fully applying myself to my purpose because I was afraid to lose the job that I had. And mind you, I didn't have no minimum wage job, and nothing against nobody that has. Listen, I don't work at McDonald's. I don't work at Walmart. I don't fucking sold healthcare. I done did everything in order to survive. So I'm not talking down on a job. A job is a job. You do what you have to do to survive. But at the time, I had a nice paying job. I mean, I was making $21, $22 an hour, just to stand up and count money, basically. Hold on one second, y'all. Yeah, so I had a nice paying job just to sit up, count money, and basically talk to people all night. But I worked for a long time to get to that position where I had that freedom, and I was not very, I didn't want to let that go because it was comfortable, for one. Now, the hours sucked. I hated the hours because I was away from my kids. I barely got to see my kids. I barely got to spend time with my kids. I barely got to be a mother. And that is what I was really manifesting in my life, a job that would help me, or a job that would provide me with the income that I needed to take care of my kids, but also provide me with the freedom to actually be a part of my children's life. And I have that now. And what I was starting would allow me to do that, but I was afraid of losing what I had. Even though what I was doing was showing so much promise. Like I was doing good on YouTube. I had a good little following that I was, gaining, but I wasn't applying myself the way that I should because I was afraid to lose what I had. God took away what I had. I mean, legit, just like that. Just as sure as I got that job and started working, and quicker, I lost that job. As soon as I ain't gonna say I lost the job, I stopped working because when my son got sick, a lot of people, I talk about that a lot. When my son got sick, that was it for me. It was like I'm not working for nobody else because with the schedule that y'all had me working and I have to be there, if something happened to my son, I could not forgive myself for not being there. So it wasn't even about the job, like what I'm doing now. It wasn't even about my career that made me quit. It was the fact that I could lose my child. And once I actually start applying myself to my purpose, that's when I began to blossom. And I'm still blossoming. I'm not nowhere near my full potential. I'm still blossoming into who I'm supposed to be. But this is part of my gifts, and I love that I have the ability to share it. So for a lot of you guys, you do have a gift. You have something that you are sacrificing for whatever situation you're in at the moment, and that has to end. You're very much in the space of having negative or fear-based thoughts about the transformation. You know what's crazy. You've already seen with the crown chakra and the third eye chakra. You already see what has to happen. You know what is destiny, but you're afraid of this. You're afraid of the changes that will occur. Listen, money comes and money goes. I don't care if you stay in a situation because of money. Eventually that money gonna run out. Then what you got? Let's move on. So 6 of Cups here. Why the 6 of Cups? And especially like for those of you that have these, jobs or these businesses that you want to start, and you could be working for a Fortune 500 company, but you got to understand that's not your company. You're not in control of it. You're not in control. Just like I put videos on YouTube. I'm not in control of what they pay me. You feel me? But I am in control of what I put out and the clients that I interact with. You feel me? With my own interaction with them. When it comes to YouTube, a lot of y'all don't even know, I get paid the same amount on YouTube dropping 1 video a day as I was dropping 4 videos a day. So it doesn't matter. I'm going to start back putting the videos, the daily reads that I was putting on YouTube back on YouTube, because it doesn't matter if I drop 1 video a day or 4 videos a day. I am legit making the same amount of money. There has not been a change in my revenue, and I have for a whole month switched from dropping 4 videos a day to dropping 1 video a day and getting less views on that 1 video a day and still making the same amount of money. So to make it easier for myself, I am going to go back to putting the videos on YouTube. I asked my guys, they tell me to do what I got to do, but it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? So even with this 6 of Cups, I feel like for a lot of you guys, you invested into, I feel like you committed to something of the past, and it was an unsuccessful commitment. It is still an unsuccessful commitment, and I feel like you're just investing into an imbalanced situation. For a lot of you guys, this has to do with money. This may not, it may be, it looks like this is a partnership. I'm not going to say a relationship, because if this is a relationship, it's not a happy relationship. It is legit a partnership. And even with the cups that I see here, they're low vibration cups, and even the highest vibrations talks about walking away toward true happiness. So even if this is a family situation, even if this is a relationship, if this is a job, it does not matter. It's low vibration, and it's something that you need to really change your perspective on. Ooh, for a lot of you guys, that it's like you got to get out of the situation. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know where it came from. I haven't even eaten anything this morning, but stuff happens for a reason. Maybe some of you guys, it's about just letting go, like getting it up out of you. So with 7 of Pentacles and 10 Pentacles, this 3 Pentacles, some of you guys have been at being a team player, cooperating, just to keep things balanced. You don't work to keep things balanced. You work to survive. I mean, you work to thrive, not survive. You're not working to survive. I told one of my friends one time, if you continue to be in the mindset of survival in the world, the universe is going to keep making you survive. So you legit have to get out of survival mode and start thriving, start allowing yourself to blossom, start allowing yourself to really be free. As long as you're being survival mode, the universe is going to make you survive. That's the energy that you're putting out, so that's what you're going to get back. So for a lot of you guys, this is what you've been dealing with in the past. You've been surviving. You've been making it, just keeping things balanced. And that is the energy that you're going to continue to get if you don't make some changes within your life. So with the Seven of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles, you've invested into a past commitment here that was imbalanced, and now you're having the memories of that. With the Nine of Cups here, I feel like for a lot of you guys, Four of Wands, Nine of Cups. In order for you guys to find the happiness that you desire, you have to put an end to those plans. You have to remove yourself from that situation, allow your concerns to fade away, and remove the mental conflict. Some of you guys, this is why you're at a stalemate, because you keep thinking about either the past or you keep thinking about just trying to keep something balanced. You are what, listen, your life is what you put out. If you're just in a space like my mom, my dad, nothing against how they live their life. They chose to live it however they live. But I know for as long as I was young, my mom's biggest thing that she said, I just got to make sure that I keep everything balanced. As long as I keep my lights on, as long as I keep my house note paid, I'm good. And legit, for my whole life, that's all that my mom was focused on, and that's all she accomplished, was keeping the lights on, keeping the water on, and keeping us fed in the house paid. My mama never tried to reach toward anything else because she never wanted to. She just wanted to keep her life stable. And if that's what you want, more power to you. But you can't manifest more if you're content with being at that bare minimum. I had a reading last week, said, do you want abundance or do you want the bare minimum? If you choose the bare minimum, that's what you stay with. But the mental conflict, you have to accept that as, this is what I've chosen. I've chosen to stay at the bare minimum, so this is what I'm going to live at. And from what I'm seeing here, you don't want to live at the bare minimum. From what I'm seeing here, you want to move toward happier times. You want to move toward more abundant times. You want prosperity to really grow in your life. In order for that to happen, you have to cooperate with the universe. You have to remove the mental conflict, get yourself out of a stalemate in your life, really see things for what they are. In order to have change in your life, you have to make changes. You can't open new doors with old keys. So some of you guys really need to be in a space of removing the mental conflict and just starting to put action toward your manifestations. Two of Swords here. We have Temperance here with the Eight of Swords. Some of you guys, it's time for you to remove that lack of confidence that you have. It's time for you to remove the mental boundaries that you have set around yourself, okay? What are we on? We in 27 minutes and I ain't even done. So this is probably going to be like an hour-long read. I'm sorry for those of you that like quick readings. You can check out my Instagram. It'll probably be a quick reading on there. It is going to be because it's got to be less than 10 minutes, but this is going to be a long read. So with this Temperance here and the Eight of Swords, some of you guys, it's time for you to remove the interference. For some of you guys, I'm going to be real with you. The interference is someone that is in your energy. You got to clear out your energy in order for you to move forward, because you're dealing with someone that causes cloudiness within your own thoughts by manipulating you. I'm going to be real with you. Some of y'all are dealing with a person from your past that manipulates you, and it's time for you to really get away from that, to remove the interference within your life. But for others of you, your own thoughts are what are interfering with you, and there's a need. 10 swords here. 8 plus 2 is 10 swords. There's a need for you to embrace the end of these difficult situations. So with the Page of Cups here, I feel like with the Page, this is the Knight of Cups, my apologies. So I feel like with this Knight of Cups, you need to be in the space of balancing your own emotions. Some of you guys also have conflict about extending an offer here or taking a leap of faith. This could be toward a new relationship, but the thing about it is, whatever confusion or whatever temporary things you're dealing with is creating obstacles for you to be able to move forward toward what makes you happy. You have to remove the interference. You have to remove the obstacles in order for you to create the happiness in your life. So we have the Three of Pentacles here. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're at a stalemate because you're in this space of cooperating here. Because for some of you guys, you want to be recognized. You want to have, it's like you feel rewarded by putting in this effort into a lack situation. Listen, that's a low vibration. If you feel like you have to be rewarded for helping someone because they need you or because they are manipulating you into feeling like you have to save them, that is a low vibration. You need to remove that. It's not about being recognized. It's, you have to know that you're on the right path without the recognition. You feel what I'm trying to tell you? You have to just keep moving on the path that you're supposed to be on in order for that recognition to come later. So for a lot of you guys, that could be where the mental conflict is, because you like to be recognized for what you put in. Listen, if you're dealing with someone that knows that all they got to do is make you feel good to help them, they're going to continue to boost your head. They're going to continue to make you feel like, oh, well, you're the best person in the world because you're doing something for them. That is a narcissist. That is a person who is in the space of draining you by taking your own insecurities and using them against you. Some of you guys need to remove yourself from that so that prosperity can begin. Some of you guys are dealing with a person that is legit holding on to you in that way. Why is this 3? Okay. So we have, again, here, Judgment here, Hermit here. Some of you guys need to really go within yourself and identify here. So this is the Prince of Cups. I got these thought cards, got Page of Cups, the Princess of Cups, the Prince of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. So this is, it still looks like the Knight. So I really feel like for a lot of you guys, you could be in a space of, again, I don't know if this is about making an offer, because Prince of Cups would be like the Prince Charming, and the Knight of Cups will be someone that is in a space of sending or moving off their emotions. So even with the 3 of Pentacles here, you may be needing to move by what you feel. And again, star energy, see the bigger picture here. Some of you guys, this is about trusting what you see, trusting what you know, trusting what you see in front of your goddamn eyes. Like, remove your own insecurities, or because especially with these solar plexus, this talks about your self-esteem. So remove your own insecurities away from a situation. Is it beneficial to you? Is it helping you to get toward your next ascension? Is it something that is helping you to prosper and not just survive? If this is something that's just you're keeping something balanced just to survive, you need to reevaluate the situation. So we have the prosperity begins here, Ace of Pentacles here. Why is this Ace of Pentacles here? Why is this Ace of Pentacles here? All right, so with the Ace of Pentacles here, we have Hierophant here with the Knight of Swords. I feel like for some of you guys, I feel like you know if you move forward, that prosperity will begin for you. The thing about it is not that I see that. You know that prosperity will begin if you move forward, but you have a fear that is keeping you in suspension. You got to face your fears, anxiety here about moving forward toward a new life for yourself. This is what you're manifesting. But I feel like here, with the Page, it's got to be a Page. With the Page of Wands, I feel like you're not enthusiastic about moving forward because you're dealing right now with bothersome details. And mind you, the Five of Wands talks about bothersome details that come from other people. So some of you guys are even dealing with a person that may create obstacles within your life so that you can't move forward. It's like they know if I keep asking for this, and they keep giving me this, they're never going to have enough money or never going to have enough resources to get out of my grasp. You could even be dealing with someone that you live with. This could be a parent, a partner, that they're aware that if they keep you in a bubble, you're not going to be able to break free. Sometimes you just got to jump with nothing. Listen, I remember my kid in here, he ain't going to want to hear this, but go in there. Go in there and study. Y'all, I make him sit in front of me when he doing his work to make sure he's studying, because he would go in there. I got a cancer baby. He would go in there and go the fuck to sleep. He will be like, I don't care about nothing. So I make him sit in front of me when he's studying. But I remember when I was pregnant with him, and my ex-husband, like, I didn't have nothing. My ex-husband wouldn't buy me a car. Everything that we had, we had a house, but he paid the bills in the house. Like, he wouldn't let me work. He wouldn't let me, like, do anything. So, and I was in an abusive relationship. When I first got into it, I ain't gonna lie, I thought it was cute. I was like, oh, he don't want me to work. I'm gonna sit at the house and, cook and clean and do all the wife stuff that I was unable to do before because I was a single parent and I was always working. So it was like a break. It was like, okay, this is something that I deserve, I thought. So like I said, I didn't have a vehicle. I didn't have a house. Like, I was living in his house, even though my furniture was in there. I was living in his house, and I knew he wasn't going to let me take anything out of it. And he was abusive. So when I was 7 months pregnant with him, like, we got into it. He put his hands on me, and I was just like, if I stay with this man, he's going to kill me. And that's all I kept telling myself. If I stay with him, he's going to kill me. Because he had already threatened to kill me, and I wound up getting pregnant after it. And I was like, I got to stay because I got his baby. So I remember in my, like, in my head, after he slapped me while I was pregnant, I was like, okay, I'm not going to stay with this man. Like, I have to figure out a way to get out of this. All my stuff was in his house. Like, everything was in his house. It had got so bad, like, I couldn't even go see my mom. You feel me? Like, I had to sneak away to go see my mom. So I remember saying, I cannot stay another night in this man's house. So he wasn't even working. He was a dope boy. Like, it was that type of situation. So he went out to go make his rounds or whatever. And I remember calling my mom and was like, Mama, I'm finna come bring my stuff over there. And she was like, all right, because she already knew that we had a very toxic relationship. So while he was gone, I took the truck. He left one vehicle for me at all times. But I couldn't go nowhere. Like, he would track me down because we live in a small town. So I put my stuff in the back of the truck, and I went to my mom's house, and I bagged it in the backyard, and I put all my stuff in the house, and I went and took the truck back to the house real quick because I couldn't even stay gone long. Like, he had people watching the house, so he knew what I was doing. He legit paid people to watch the house, and he would watch the house. So that night, I remember laying in bed, and I was like, I can't be here. Like, I can't be here. So I waited till he went to sleep, and mind you, you guys, like, y'all don't know this because this is private, but I remember when I wasn't pregnant, he would hold me under him while he was asleep so I couldn't, like, move. But I was pregnant. I was big and pregnant, so I used to be like, oh, I'm hot, get off me. And I would have the freedom to move. And I remember I used to even meditate, and he'd be like, what you doing? And I'd be like, I'm meditating. And he was like, you need to stop. Like, he would never want me to do nothing. So I, like, kind of pushed him off of him. I was like, I'm hot, I'm hot. And he moved, and I waited until I heard him start snoring. And I was like, I got to use the bathroom. Like, I got up, and he was like, where you going? I was like, I got to use the bathroom. So I got up, and I went in there, and I act like I was using the bathroom, and I waited till I heard him go back to sleep. And I got my babies, called my mama, and I was like, can you, meet me outside? So my mama pulled up in the truck, in her truck, and we got up in there and we left. And I knew that's the only place that I could go that he was not going to fuck with me is my mama's house. Like, my mama ain't to play with you. My mama will fucking kill you. And she had already pulled a gun out on him a couple times. So he knew he couldn't go there. And my daddy wasn't going to let him. Like, my daddy was going to beat the shit out of him. So that was my escape. Now, mind you, I already had 3 kids at the time. So I moved back into my mom's house with 3 kids, pregnant with my 4th kid. And I stayed until my baby was like 3-4 months old. And when I moved, he would not let me get, y'all, he took all my furniture. He took my baby's beds. He took everything. He would not let me get nothing. He was like, well, if you're going to be on your own, you're going to do it without me. So when I moved into my actual house, I moved into my house when my baby was like 4 or 5 months old. Like, I legit moved into a house with nothing. I got on assistance on Section 8, and I moved into my house with nothing. I didn't even have a bed to sleep in. I remember after I moved into the house, I had to pay the deposit. The next month is when me and my kids got a blow-up bed, and I started getting them little twin-size beds for themselves. So I legit moved. And this, mind you, I've had to start over again in my life a couple of times because I'm not going to allow myself to be in situations like that ever. So that taught me that even though I didn't have nothing. I had nothing. I figured out a way for me to get something. Now, it did take a period of me suffering, but I was free from the past suffering that I dealt with. I was legit like a brand new baby out here. So some of you guys, you have the ability to have this new prosperity. I'm not telling you that it's going to be easy. I wouldn't lie to you and say it is, but I'm telling you that it's going to be more fulfilling than you being in a situation that creates conflict and obstacles and keeps you bound in your life. So let's move on to the next row. And y'all know this, I don't, for people that don't want to hear me talk and just want to hear the read, this is how I read. I don't have people like that anymore. I remember when I first started, I used to get people like, oh, well, you just read. Like, we don't need to hear all that. But that's how I read. I'm a healer. I heal through what I've been through. I teach people because I've already experienced a lot of these situations. And, I remember saying back in the day, why the hell I keep having to go through so much? But I see now why I had to go through so much because I've been through a lot, y'all. Like, I've been through a lot, but it's because I have to help people. And there's a lot of different situations that people get in. I have to be able to relate to people in order to help heal them. So that's why I speak these stories that I've been through in order for you guys to see that I've already experienced this. It's not going to be easy. I'm not telling you it is. It's going to be nerve-wracking. You're going to be constantly questioning yourself because you're going to be in a space of like, well, I did what I'm supposed to do, but nothing's happening. For a long time, it felt like nothing happened. You got to think, 4 kids, 1 newborn, my baby 4 months old. That means for 7 months, that's 2 months, that's 6 months out of my life that I ain't have nothing, that I had to build up what little bit I could. Mind you, I didn't have nothing. Like, I didn't have no job or nothing. I couldn't work or nothing because I just had a baby. So I was legit struggling, in my mom's house. And my mom had bills on her own. So it was like, I got to help my mama too. I got to help pay bills here. I got to cook, I got to clean. I got to do everything that I would do in my house. But I also got to help pitch in and really save up for me to be able to move into my own. It didn't happen overnight. No time that I left a situation that was bad for me did it happen overnight. I remember breaking up with a dude that I was with for 3 years, and as soon as we broke up, my lights got cut off in my apartment, and the light bill was like $300 and something, and I didn't have a vehicle. I was working. I remember me and my babies being in the dark for like 2 weeks, for like 2 weeks before I could make some things happen in order for us to be able to, get out of that. Like, for real, I was in the dark with my babies. Like, I remember being homeless with my babies. Like, a lot of things have happened to me to where I've had to overcome these obstacles in order for me to be able to move forward in my life. That's why I'm telling you, even though you may be dealing with a negative situation, you may feel like, well, it's just easy for me to stay here. Yeah, it may be easier, but you're blocking your own blessings. If I had not gone through those things, the blessings that came from that, from me being able to blossom, to be the woman that I am today, would have never happened. If I chose to stay in those situations that were not beneficial to me, that were draining me, that were killing who I am, I would not be the person I am today. I would not be blossoming into the person I will be tomorrow or the next day. You feel what I'm trying to tell you? Because I'm still growing. So with the solar plexus chakra here, I feel like you have to be confident and understand that you can go through this transformation, that you can choose to be happy and get out of this discontent or bored type of life that you're living. So with solar plexus here, y'all, I'm sorry that this reading is so long. My readings usually don't be this long, but I guess it's got to be long. So with the solar plexus here, 6 of Wands, Queen of Wands, I'm trying to tell you, listen, the Queen of Wands is the most confident of the zodiac. King of Wands, he's already mastered all of his creativity, all of his stuff within his passions within himself. But the Queen of Wands, she's where the confidence stems from. You feel me? She is the one, when you get this is a very good indication, or this is a indication that you need to stop underestimating your own abilities. The 6 of Wands represents moving toward victory. When you got these two together, if you assert yourself and you really understand that you can move in the new direction in your life, you are guaranteed victory here. But I feel like with the Knight of Swords under here and the Hermit, I feel like for some of you guys, you do have to walk away from something that may be traditional. You do have to walk away from either old or past beliefs in order for you to gain what it is that you desire. You have to, look at this. 3 of Pentacles in reverse. You have to stop cooperating with negative Ace of Swords. Yes. So you have to stop cooperating with low vibration type of energy or low vibration people in your life in order for you to excel. And you know how you spot out the low vibration people? See how they come to you. First of all, if they're coming to you in low vibration, gossip, mess, neediness, codependencies, always wanting something from you, that's a low vibration person. And even if they're not coming to you like that, if they're only coming to you in regards to when it's beneficial to them, that's a low vibration. Okay. Some of you guys, you're dealing with partnerships, cooperating with a situation where I'm telling you, it's not beneficial to yourself, and the person that you're cooperating with or the people that you're cooperating with are aware of it, but they don't care because it's beneficial to them. So we have transformation here. Why is this transformation here? Why is this transformation here? Why is this transformation here? So we have the 3 of Cups here. There's an end to, it looks like for some of you guys, an end to a third party. 333. This may not even be a third party. For some of you guys, it is. It's a relationship. For others of you, it is friends. Whatever it is, it's cooperating with other people. It's someone in your environment. Some of you guys have to be in a space of being in alignment with you and with spirit, being in alignment with the path. Okay, so a lot of you guys, this is external forces that you're needing to put an end to. There is some sort of betrayal here that is happening or has happened. And it may not be a direct betrayal. It may not be that someone has directly broke your heart, but it may be that somewhere along the line with this deception, with this envy, someone is creating some sort of betrayal in your life because, again, you're beneficial to them. So a lot of you guys with this Three of Cups here and this Knight of Wands, this could even be a sexual type of situation. The Knight of Wands is sexual, or it can be someone that you're back and forth with. If you have someone that's coming in and out of your life, not saying that everyone that comes in and out of your life is a toxic person. That's not what I'm saying. Sometimes you're dealing with people that have to evolve, and they could be in and out of your life as far as friends, as far as companions, relationships. I'm not telling you it's negative or not negative, but I am telling you to pay attention to how they come in and out of your life, okay? If you're dealing with situations where it's like you got to put an end to the back and forth. That's what it is. Some of you guys are dealing with someone, like I'm telling you, that keeps coming in and out of your life because, again, you're beneficial to them. And it's time, Six of Swords, for you to move forward from that. You do not stay in situations just because it's beneficial to another person. Just because it makes you feel good. It makes me feel good to help people. But I do have to understand it's within reason. I legit sit back sometime and people be talking around me, like this morning, I went to the bank. There was a cop that was there standing in line with me waiting for the door to open. And this man pulled up and he knew him. Like, me and the cop had already been, talking. But the man pulled up and then they started talking about their jobs and how they have to continue to work because they have, like, one dude was like, I was about to retire this month, but she wanted a new car. That's exactly what he said. He was like, she wanted a new car, so I got to keep working so she can get her new car. And then the other dude was like, well, I got to keep working because I have all these medical issues and I don't have a way to pay for it. So that's why I got to keep working. And I'm just noticing these are things that I legit help people overcome every day. But it wasn't it was not my conversation. So I don't jump into the conversation like, hey, well, let me help you to overcome these. No, it's not my conversation. It's not my business. But I did notice, y'all know I do Reiki. I did notice when I touched one of the dudes, my Reiki turned on, like, all of a sudden. And dude looked at me and I looked at him and I just kept walking. Because you can feel it, So if you really want to reach out to me, you can reach out to me. He was a cop, so I hope he don't reach out to me, but he might, you know what I'm saying? He might remember my face. You feel what I'm trying to tell you? But these people, they're going through, this is like, I can tell these dudes probably don't listen to no damn tarot. They probably don't know anything about, a spiritual path or purpose, but they're going through life challenges that need to be overcome. But because they're not aware that they have the ability to overcome them, they just keep moving, keep working, keep trying to keep things balanced because that's the life that they're choosing to live. So I do feel like for a lot of you guys, this cooperating, this working together, this wanting to create abundance, this has to end. I mean, not wanting to create abundance, but wanting to create, stability within negative situations. This has to end. You have to let go of situations that are not beneficial to your growth, or you choose to stay. It's your choice. All of this is your choice. But if you're manifesting better, you have to understand that you have to really push toward better. Why is this Four of Cups here? We have Sun card here. Some of you guys, you're clearly unhappy where you are. Ten of Swords here, really needed to embrace the end of a difficult situation. Some of y'all need to retreat from an imbalanced situation. 10 minus 4 is 6 swords. Again, this is about moving forward in your life. Queen of Cups, Page of Cups, this could be dealing with a mother and a child here. That is some oppression. So some of you guys could even be oppressed by, if you're the mother, you could be oppressed by a child, especially if you got adult child. If you're adult children, if you are, and I say adult children, even though they're adults, some people see their adult grown-ass children or grown-ass people as children and treat them as such, and that is a burden because once your child is of age, they have to make decisions for themselves. Especially if they out there making decisions for themselves, they have to provide and create opportunities for themselves. So for some of you guys, this could be dealing with a mother, this can be dealing with a child, this can be dealing with your mother, your child. It doesn't matter. There's an oppression here. There's a real life burden dealing with a situation like that. So here, I feel like with the Nine of Wands and the World card, there is, Nine of Wands and World card was under here. It is about being persistent and overcoming a cycle. So Seven of Swords here, there is some deception, there is some envy here. Why is the Seven of Swords here? Devil here. Some of you guys are very much in a space of dealing with someone. Look at here. These came out initially, and mind you, they came out at 2 different times. One came out on top and this one came out in the middle. So some of you guys need to put an end to I feel like you're deceiving yourself. Having these negative and fear-based thoughts, you're very much in the space of fooling yourself, deceiving yourself. And you could also be dealing with someone, again, that is being deceptive to you because they really envy you being able to survive and move past situations that possibly could kill you or could kill them. This is crazy. So the very first card that I pulled, which was the sacrifice. Some of you guys are sacrificing your blessings. These cards here, these exact cards in this exact order came out for the sacrifice card, came out for you being in suspension, and they're out again. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards later, 8 cards later, a cycle, because 8 represents a cycle. I feel like for some of you guys, you're being lied to. Some of you guys need to put an end to this, okay? Some of you guys, whoever you're dealing with knows that you really fear moving forward. You fear change. You fear things not being as they were. So they're using that to their advantage and really in a space of basically keeping you stuck. You need to put an end to it. You have the capability of putting an end to it. You can choose to stay or you can choose to move away from it. So we have the 7 of Pentacles here. Why is the 7 of Pentacles here? Why is the 7 of Pentacles here? We have the High Priestess here. Some of you guys, you know, it's with the crown chakra and third eye chakra, you see the bigger picture here. But 6 Pentacles here, you're just trying to keep things balanced. But there's a new opportunity. So some of you guys, the underlying energy is, and I feel like for a lot of you guys, even though you know there's a new opportunity, I feel like you're just trying to have patience. You're just like, I just need to keep this balance for now. You're going to miss a blessing trying to keep something balanced for now, because now will never, listen, there'll always be now. Now is not a time that ends, okay? Now is not a time that tomorrow when you're sitting at your table or you're doing whatever, now will still be a present energy. So for a lot of you guys, this mentality that you have of wanting to keep something balanced for now, that is a never-ending cycle. You have to pursue better if you want better. If you're okay living in, suspension in your life, you're kind of watching the wrong channel, because all of my messages are going to aid in you moving toward better in your life and ascending to a higher spiritual, ascension, a higher life ascension. I'm big on spirituality because that's what propelled me on my life's purpose. But this is about overcoming life obstacles as well. For those of you that are not aware, my channel is not just about you being spiritually enlightened. It's about you choosing better within your life that aids in your spiritual enlightenment as well as your life ascension. So for a lot of you guys, you already know, you already see the bigger picture. It's not like you don't. You see that the situation that you've invested in is not balanced. You're trying to have patience while you create balance around it, but it's not your job to create balance around an unsuccessful situation. Some of you guys have invested barren seeds. They're not going to grow. So you just keep watering a dead ass plant. Sometimes you got to pull it up from the roots and start over. You feel me? So some of you guys, this is about you. Look at here. You're trying to have patience, but you're putting your own happiness and your own blessings at a stalemate in your life. You have an opportunity to move toward that. 3 cups here. Why is this 3 of cups here? Why is this 3 of cups here? Why is this 3 of cups here? All right. So we have the 2 of, Some of you guys, this is a connection based solely off responsibility. I feel like you have a new opportunity. For some of you guys, you're being very methodical. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, you could be in a space of wanting to take action on something that makes you happy, but you're being very methodical here because you're dealing with some regrets around some responsibilities you have in your life at the moment. Listen, responsibilities change. You don't stay put because you feel like you have the only responsibility you have in this life is to yourself, period. When you have children, you have a responsibility as a parent to care for your children, but that's not a responsibility that burdens you nor prevents you from moving forward. I got 4 kids. I got my own business. I am a single person, and I have a responsibility to take care of myself in order for me to provide for my children. I cannot provide for my children if I don't first care for myself. So for a lot of you guys, you're allowing the responsibilities that you have to overshadow even you having to take care, nurture yourself, and put you on the right path. I'm sorry, but there's not an excuse when you put yourself in suspension, except that you're choosing to put yourself in suspension out of your own either fear or lack of self-esteem in moving forward. So patience here, I feel like for a lot of you guys, this is temperance. I feel like you need to have patience while things grow, but this is not about staying put. Why is temperance here? Why is temperance here? I feel like for a lot of you guys, it may take a long time to bring things into balance for you, but I do feel like you need to really go within yourself. 8 of Cups here. This is about really withdrawing from a situation. Yeah. Some of you guys, this is about being compassionate to yourself and having patience while things balance out. I feel like you have anxiety because for a lot of people, and I hear it all the time, and I hate to be the one to be the bearer of bad news, but just because you make a high vibration decision today does not mean your life changes tomorrow. This has to be a persistent type of energy. So for a lot of you guys, you may have chosen better one day and chosen that, okay, I'm going to do better. But when you don't see the immediate results of what you're choosing, that's like working out. When you work out, you don't see immediate results. You have to keep being persistent in that working out in order to see results. That's the same thing in your manifestations and in your life. If you're choosing better for yourself, it has to be a persistent thing. It may take 6 weeks. It may take 6 months. It may take 3, 4 years, but you have to be persistent in your actions in order for things to blossom. You can't give up because you don't see immediate results. You can't lose hope because it's like, I'm not getting anywhere. You are. Just because you don't see that you're not getting anywhere doesn't mean you're not. Sometimes that's just like we're working out. Your body benefits internally before it shows any external type of reflection. So for a lot of guys, because you don't see it, you're just choosing not to continue in it. And that's why you're stuck. That's why you're in the space of not having things work out for you at the moment. This is a steady thing. You feel what I'm trying to tell you? Just like I told y'all the story about when I left my ex-husband. I left him. I knew it was a bad situation. I left him. I wasn't expecting the next day. I was hoping that, I could move into a house. That was a great hope of mine. But I knew eventually I'd get on my feet. You feel me? I knew eventually I'd get to where I'd be in a better place. I knew that any place but dealing with the abuse that I was dealing with him was a better place. And mind you, we don't have a negative relationship right now. I just understand the boundaries that I have to keep with him because I do allow him to be a part of his son's life, but I'm not going to fucking be with you. And then, he tell me all the time, I'm going to get you back. No, you're not. I don't give a fuck how many times you say you're going to get me back. I know what is best for me. And I know that situation is not. And for a lot of you guys, you have to be in that same mindset. Even if, listen, you could be relying on this person to put shelter over your head. There's a will, there's a way. You might have to sleep in your car for a while. You may have to go stay in an actual shelter. You might have to go live with family. You might have to go back to your mama house for a while. You may hate it at your mama house, you feel me? But you do have to make adjustments so that you can be able to move forward independently without anyone's assistance. So for a lot of you guys with this temperance here, this is about making compassionate decisions for yourself and being patient while those decisions blossom into your reality. So for a lot of you guys, you're making changes or you have begun to make changes, but because you're in a space of not seeing the immediate balance or results, you're kind of holding on to something of the past that is not beneficial to you that you're needing to release. All right, so let's see what messages we have for the 6 of Pentacles. And this, mind you, I got the 6 of Pentacles on that patience as well. So you do have to have patience while your foundation balances out. Remove the anxiety and just allow things to be what they are. It's not an overnight process, okay? So with the material and spiritual prosperity, and there'll be ups and downs, mind you, there'll be ups and downs. It's not like soon as things start getting up, it'll stay up. You'll have even more tests after that. You'll have things that will test you. You have to keep pushing forward. Why is this material and spiritual prosperity here? Why is the 6 of Pentacles here? Knight of Pentacles here, or Page of Pentacles. It's about being methodical in releasing the interferences toward bringing balance in your life. With the 3 of Cups, for some of you guys, this could be another person that is interfering with you being able to work on creating balance. A cycle, 2 8s here, 8 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles. So for some of you guys, I feel like what you're investing is an interference. So you do have to remove that investment, even if it's a person, a situation, or a job. If you're investing your time into something that is low or negative vibration, what you invest in comes back to you. So if you're investing in a low and negative vibration type of situation, that's what you're going to live in. You have to be methodical within your actions and move away from that so that you can create balance for yourself. 8 of Cups here, emotional withdrawal. Why is this 8 of Cups here? Some of you guys may need to see that you need to withdraw from a situation. We have Queen of Wands, again, 6 of Wands, again, Judgment. So for a lot of you guys, the most nurturing decision or the most loving thing that you can do is in this cycle. I feel like you were being tested, and for some of you guys, you may not have you may not have passed that test because you could have given back into a situation based off your insecurities. Move forward, okay? It's about making the decision. Judgment is about waking up from the dead, waking up from the sleep, waking up from slumber, making an actual judgment call, a decision here, Six of Wands, to move forward and really assert your own independence. For a lot of you guys, this is about you moving away, again, 2 cups, from some sort of relationship or partnership that is, it's a partnership based off responsibilities. You have an opportunity that is going to be greater than what you have currently in your life. So it is about moving forward. We got light here. Why is this light here? This is Sun card here. So this is about seeing the bigger picture. Ace of Swords here. Having mental clarity. Some of you guys, I feel like the mental clarity here is Knight of Cups, Hierophant. I feel like for a lot of you guys, the clarity that you have here, the change or the fortune that you have is about really moving towards something more stable for yourself. This is about really, y'all, they be sending me messages. I've been trying not to give into them. But I feel like, I feel like for a lot of you guys with this Ace of Swords, you have mental clarity. You know that you need to balance your emotions and move forward. Now, some of you guys, this could be making an offer here, some sort of offer that is going to bring happiness within your life, or maybe even accepting an offer. I'm not sure. But I do feel like with the Hierophant, this is based off your beliefs. You have to really, starting off with the Hangman, you really have to change your perspective, and you really have to see things for what they are. Some of you guys, like I'm telling you, you're in a space of going back into situations that are not within high vibration when you need to be moving forward towards something more abundant for yourself. So let's see what guidance we have. This is the last day we're going to be using the past life oracles, because I think this week we really have helped to uncover some obstacles that we've had in past lives. So now we're going to, end this. What messages do we have moving forward for the collective? This is for the week of February the 1st. For the weekend of February the 1st is the 3rd. What messages, what guidance do we have for the collective moving forward? Y'all, the ones that I put at the end are for you moving forward. So we have Asia. So some of you guys, this could be dealing with leaving or traveling. You could be going overseas. Some of you guys could be going to Asia. This could be in a past life. You've come from Asia. But this is about really, when I think of Asia, and it's according to what you think of. When I think of Asia, I'm going to be real with you, y'all, I think of Buddha. I think about happiness because, in the Asian culture, Buddha is a very big deity in Asian culture. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, this could be dealing with being happy, with really being in your Buddha state. And some of you guys, you may have to leave something in your love life in order to get there. It just came out of nowhere. So let's see what messages we have moving forward for the collective. We have Mother. So some of you guys could be leaving or traveling away. We got Mother and Father here. So I feel like for some of you guys, you may have been devoted to a position in your life, Mother and Father, whether you're the mother or the father, and there's a need for you to leave, not the position of being a mother or a father, but maybe if you're in a relationship or in some sort of connection that is karmic or low vibration, you may be one of these polarities, and there may be a need for you to relieve yourself from the relationship. You can still be a mother and not have to be with the father. You feel what I'm trying to tell you? You can still be a father to your child and not have to be with the mother. You do not have to vow or dedicate yourself to the person that you had your children with. Single mother, and I co-parent very well. So with finances here, some of you guys, this has to do with finances here. I feel like you know that you're devoted to a situation that is based off finances or keeping something stable. Money runs out. Once the money runs out, then you have nothing. Male, female. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you could be switching polarities with the person that you're dealing with. Either they're taking care of, if you're a masculine energy, they could be taking on the masculine energy. You could be taking on the feminine energy. Regardless, whatever the situation, you need to trust your own intuition, create something new for yourself, create a new avenue for yourself to remove yourself from a situation that is based, again, solely in finances. This is all I have. Until next time, y'all.